Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maggie and this is Maggie Budgets and Plans, the channel dedicated to my journey to pay down debt using the zero-based budget and cash envelope systems. In today's video, we are going to go ahead and do the budget setup, kind of the calendar setup overview for February of 2024. As a part of that process, we're also going to fill in some information to wrap up January. So yeah, if any of those topics are interesting to you guys, go ahead and stick around. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for everybody who has been liking, commenting, and subscribing. I so appreciate all of the support. In today's video, we are going to go ahead and just kind of jump right into the budget planner. It is Sunday. Where are we? Sunday the 28th is the day that I'm filming this. I know we have a few days left in January, but I really need to have my February calendar set up so that I can start planning ahead. And yes, I've got some clients at the salon today, so I don't have a ton of time, but I figured I'd get this in mostly so that I could have this calendar set up and stop being quite so panicked. So yes, we're going to set up this calendar today, and then we're going to go through and do the end of month closeout. That is all a part of my kind of overview planner. So like here, I wanted to go through and in the sinking funds category, add up the total value in these funds at the end of each of these, at the end of each quarter, basically. So at the end of January, April, July, and then October. So yes, that's what we are up to today. Let's get started. Oh, I'm just going to be flipping back and forth a little bit as I figure out where I needed to be. I needed to get this page, my monthly overview page, so that as I'm filling out the calendar, I know which expenses go where. And I am going to go ahead and pull the calendars out so that this is just a little easier to work with. I need to get all of my budgeting sheets for February printed. I haven't done that yet. And I also was going to do some edits to give them some more lines on the cash planning sheets. So got a bit of a to-do list to try and get done today. But let's jump in with our February calendar. So I start by going through and putting in all of the paychecks that I have in a specific month. So my very first paycheck of the month is going to come on the 1st. And this is always a paycheck from my part-time job as a legal assistant. So all the bills that are going to come out of this paycheck are going to be color-coded with this marker. And let me write, I'm trying to remember, how did I do this in January? Did I just write paycheck or payday? I just wrote payday. Okay, cool. So I'm trying to figure out how I did this. All right, so this is a payday. Hi, baby girl. Coming by to check us out, see how we're doing. That's very sweet of you. So I get paid here, and then this is my next paycheck date. From my part-time or from my full-time job, sorry. So my full-time job, I get paid every 2 weeks, and my part-time job, I get paid on the 1st and the 15th. So it's a little interesting. This is going to be an interesting month for me budgeting wise because my paychecks are falling so close together, whereas normally they like alternate weeks. So I would like be cash stuffing weekly, but because I get paid on the 1st and the 15th, and then every 2 weeks, and every 2 weeks is the 2nd, the 16th, and the 1st, everything's lining up, and it's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of it, to be totally honest, because getting paid, you know, having money come into my bank account weekly makes it a little bit easier for me budgeting wise. I found that I really like that as opposed to doing the twice a month budgeting. So this month is going to be a bit different in that regard for me. I've gotten very used to being able to budget kind of more regular money coming in and also be getting the same amount of money. It'll just be farther apart, which means I got to really stick to my food budget. No, oh, it's fine. I get paid in 3 days and I can like, you know, cover the amount of food that I just bought somewhere else, stuff like that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started by filling out all of the bills I have in my month. I think I'm going to start by writing in all the bills, and then I will allocate them to the different paychecks. So on the 1st, I've got Kindle Unlimited. And then I've got my gym membership, my utilities, and my rent payment. All right, on the second, I don't have anything. Third is my Wikipedia donation. Oh, I needed to move that over. That's fine. New York Times cooking is on the 5th. NY Times cook. And then we've also got my Acorn, which is the app that I use to save into my investment and retirement accounts. That more money gets withdrawn from my bank account every Monday, and it's not a lot of money. It's just $5 into an investment account and $5 into a IRA, but that comes out every Monday. And then the next bill after the New York Times is my student loan payment on the 6th. Yeah, and this is one of the biggest things that made a difference to me when it came to working on a budget and just figuring out, honestly, how much money was being spent and how stuff was coming out of my account. Because I was in a place where like I would just see money disappear and I'd be like, wait, I forgot about that bill. I forgot about that. I didn't realize that was coming so soon. So the first thing I did when I got into budgeting is just do this, just find a calendar and write down every bill and on the date that it comes out in that month, to just start creating a visual indicator for me of what comes out when. So what money do I have to have on hand when? And I'm a very, very visual person. Seeing it all laid out like this works so well for my brain. Some people I'm sure could be good with just the master list, but when I like look at this, I get overwhelmed because it's like too dense, too much information altogether. Whereas on this, it's just easier for me to visualize and then like put it in my head of like, oh, I need about, X amount of money to have available on this date. At least that's how it started. And then over time, as I got more into budgeting, because I started figuring out the things that were working and that things that weren't, it developed into me realizing that the best way for me to budget was in cash and to plan out every dollar and give every dollar a purpose. So yeah, the zero-based budgeting is the best budgeting tools I've ever found for me. There's so many other systems out there. So I hope you guys are finding and using whatever system works best for you. And I know some people who love the apps and love budgeting through the apps. That just doesn't work as well for me, but that's okay. It doesn't have to, because it just got to work for you. Electric on the 20th, along with Upstart. Yes, I feel like especially when you're looking at stuff on social media, you can see these trends very clearly of like, oh, this is what everybody's doing, so this must be the thing that works for me. One of the big things I feel like over the last few years has been the cash-based system, has been zero-based budgeting. And when I first tried it and it wasn't clicking for me initially when I tried it 2 years ago, I was like, oh, that's it. I can't budget. There's no point. I can't do the system that everybody can do, the mythical everybody. And so I went off of budgeting for a while and like didn't really feel like I could address my financial issues, my bad habits. Let's put it that way, my bad habits. And so, yeah, so I think it's important to remember that it doesn't matter how you get it done. It just matters that you get it done in a way that works for you. All right, there's all of those. And then I forgot to add the debt snowball because it's over here. So we're gonna do that one over here. Okay, perfect. So now that I've got that calendar all filled out, let's go through and allocate and determine which bills are gonna come out of which paychecks. So my rent, utilities, and gym all get paid out of, well, the rent, no, but the utilities and gym are gonna come out of my last paycheck from January, which is this color. So I'm gonna denote that there. So that one is done. Then this rent payment is actually gonna come out of this paycheck. So I'll be not late paying my rent. I don't have, my rent is due on the 1st, but I don't pay any late fees as long as I've paid on the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. I get a late fee if I haven't paid it on the 3rd. So because this is my smaller check, my part-time job paycheck, I don't want to pay my rent out of this. Oh, Miss Nova, what are you doing? She's just shoved everything down. It probably looks very weird to you guys, but I don't want to pause to restart, so we're just going with it. Anyways, I don't want to pay my rent out of this part-time paycheck because, one, there's just not enough money in it. My rent needs to come out of my full-time job paycheck. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's going to come out of that paycheck. However, my Kindle Unlimited can come out of this paycheck here. That's okay. Let's do some of the smaller things in these first 2 weeks out of this paycheck. Let's do the Wikipedia, Acorns here, New York Times there, Canva. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do Canva and iCloud, all out of that paycheck. I think that that will work out well. And then out of my big paycheck, we'll do the bigger bills on these weeks. So we'll do the student loan payment, the care credit payment, and my debt snowball payment. And then that'll also be the paycheck out of which I'll get most of my envelope stuffing money. It's like where I'll get my food money, all of that stuff. And let's go ahead and do this Acorn down here out of my part-time paycheck as well. Okay. Next, we've got my next part-time paycheck on the 15th, which, let's do that because that'll be that date. So I'll get 4 full work days in. Let's do medical bill. Let's do utilities because this is my half utility payment. I cash stuff my utilities in 2 sections. So that way not all of it's coming out of one paycheck. Let's go ahead and do medical bill, utilities. That's $25.75. Let's do Acorn. Rental insurance isn't bad. Gumroad, Acorn fee, and Apple Care. I think all of those can come out of that paycheck pretty easily. And then out of my full-time paycheck, we're gonna go ahead and do upgrade, car insurance, Upstart, electric, Comcast. This isn't right, I'm missing something. Upgrade, Upstart. I have another debt consolidation loan. Where is it? The 16th. I missed the one that's on the 16th itself. I was like, wait, there's something missing here. All right, so on the 16th, we've got, I've got 2 things on the 16th I missed. All right, this is why it's always good to double check. Apple Music, and then Upstart. Oof, this is gonna be a tough budgeting month for me, you guys. Just looking at this, because the reason I say it's going to be a tough budgeting month for me is that I'm having all of my big bills basically come out of one paycheck, and that means that I'm not going to be able to very easily cash stuff some money for this rent payment. So I'm trying to divide my rent payments up between paychecks so it's not all just coming out of one paycheck. But like this paycheck here where I was going to try and take money and put towards rent, I've got my 3 debt consolidation loans and my car insurance payment and my electric bill and my Comcast bill. That is like $600 right there. So, all right, it's going to be an interesting month. We'll see how I make this work. I might reevaluate some of these allocations depending on kind of how stuff looks. Let's do DoorDash out of the part-time paycheck. And then let's do the health insurance out of the full-time paycheck. All right, we will see how this works. It's gonna be an interesting couple of weeks in February, figuring out how to stay on budget. And this is why I really like being able to have money coming in weekly instead of bi-weekly, like kind of alternating weeks of paychecks. It just makes everything a lot easier for me, but that's all right. We've got this part all figured out and taken care of, which is important. So let's jump back into the planner and start working through the closeout for January. Let me put this February calendar back really quickly. Hello, miss. She's like, why aren't you playing with me, Mom? I'm here. I'm laying right here. I know, babes, and I'm sorry. I'm a mean, nasty, miss. All right. So these are things that I'm going to fill off camera, the paychecks, because I just haven't done that yet, even though I wanted to. What I'm going to do with you guys on camera is we're going to do our check-in on the sinking funds and seeing where we are at in our goal of saving towards. Miss, what did you just eat? Miss Nova, what was that? I don't even know what that was, girl. What did you just eat? Sorry, guys. Cat's distracting me today. All right, so I want to go through and add up, count up what we've saved in the sinking funds, and then, yeah, get them added in so that I can track my progress and how much improvement I'm making in saving for things. All right, so let's start in the high priority binder. The car fund currently has 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, right? That's how that works. Yeah, $120 in the car fund. So car fund is ending at 120 in January. Dental currently has, come on, I can get the cash out. There we go. Dental has 50, 70, 90, 100, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. So $135 in dental. $135. Emergency has 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80. I kind of wish I'd written down the starting balances for these, because then it'd be easier to see like how much did I add into these categories this month, or how much did I pay out of them. So house fund has 20, 40, 60, 70. That's probably closer to what I've added into each of these categories this month, which that alone, if I've added $70 into each of these categories, is amazing. I just have never been saving like this before in my life, and this system just makes it possible, and I love it so much. So the medical fund has 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, $80 in it. And some very crisp fives there at the back of that. $80 in medical. Optical has 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70. Yeah. $70 in optical, which is close to getting fully funded, because I was just going to fully fund that $200 based on the fact that last year when I got new glasses with my insurance, it cost me like $41. So I was figuring I would double it this year. Although I am debating going up to like $150 to give myself more of a buffer, but we'll see. All right, vet has 50, 1, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 5, 10, 15, 20, $220 in the vet fund. Alrighty. And then the work envelope is no longer in this binder because I've started a new binder just for work, since I know. I'm going to be an independent nail tech business owner soon, scarily soon. It's all happening so fast, but I'm so excited about it. So the work fund is going to be our fattest envelope, and it has currently 51, 52, 53, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. 449? Was that 449? Oh crap. I can't remember if it was 449 or not. I think it was 449. Or was it 549? Crap, I'm going to count it again. Sorry, guys. All right, 51, 52, 53. Yeah, it had to have been 549 because I had $200 in 20s. Yeah, $549. Oh my gosh. That is just so much money. And, you know, about half of that comes from stuff that I just pulled out of my investment account, but that is okay. That is still a lot of money to get ready for starting my own business. Righty. And then now we go into the medium priority binder, which I have 2 more to add into this. Well, more than 2. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo this page as well because I've got my yearly expenses in this binder now too. I've got a lot of things. I got yearly expenses and the savings challenges. I got a lot going on in this binder. But the Friends Fund currently has $5, $6, $7 in it. These ones I don't anticipate really to ever get up to the fully funded stuff. Well, I mean, maybe it's more just these are the ones I spend out of more, but I still wanted to keep track of it. So household has 30. The new cat fund, come on, has 20, 40, 65. I am saving up to be able to afford a new cat. And I can't get the cat until both the vet fund is fully funded as well as the new cat fund. Travel has 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65. $65 in travel. Waxing has currently, right? It has 20, 30, 35, $40. Although I am on my way to work. I'm gonna go and get my waxing done, so I need to take that 25 out. But I'll write down the number as it was when we counted it. But that was a good reminder for me that I needed to get that cash out. And then the weed fund, I think, just has 20 in it. It does. So $20 there. Let me see, how does this, okay, let's do this. Let's put yearly cat ones down here since there's more room for them here. So we've got car registration. And my goal here is, let's go 120 because I still have to pay for admissions testing. So we'll say that as a part of car registration. Canva, I don't know what that costs per year, so we'll wait on that one. And then we've got another app. I want to save up to start paying for some apps yearly because it's so much cheaper. And then the last one down here is TurboTax, which the goal for that is 100, which I know is what that has. Okay, let's count car registration really quickly. We've got 50, 70, 80, which I think will fully cover the registration itself. I think it's $80 for 2 years, but I still have to pay for the emissions testing. So, although I might just pull that out of car for now, there's $10 in each of those. So that way I can at least get that done and taken care of, even if I don't have the funds on hand in the car registration envelope. All right, so there's that one. And then our final binder is the low priority, this purple binder, which doesn't have a lot of money in it, but let's count what it does have. Maybe, possibly, there we go. All right, Bath and Body Works has $7 in it. And I definitely am going to get to a point where I can pay into these more It's just not right now because I'm so focused on paying into the high priority and medium priority categories, that these guys are just not where the money's getting added at the moment. Gifts has $5. Haircut has nothing. Hobbies has 30. And then Kickstarter has $30 in it as well. Alrighty, you guys, there we go. The rest of these are all 0 at the moment. Hopefully by April, we'll have paid into these guys some more. Although, again, these are categories that I pay out of more regularly. So if they never get really high, that's okay. You know, there we go. That is our check-in on our sinking funds categories. I get to put those markers away now. On our sinking fund categories for January. And then off camera, I'm going to go ahead and add up and fill out all of these areas. And the next video, I'll show you guys what those look like. I just forgot to get that done before this video, unfortunately. And I also want to put in my debt payments so that I can kind of just watch that and watch all the numbers go up and down. And yeah, it's pretty exciting for me. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.